these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Have you had your Earthblend coffee today? At Earthblend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earthblend Coffee.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long.
Has anybody ever tried to cover HBCU soccer on a classic schedule that you know of?
Not that I've seen anybody, but that's something we've been talking to because we're actually going to be doing Florida Memorial.
Soccer?
We got them under
Yeah.
contract, so yeah, we'll be doing their soccer and stuff. Okay, so whatever the hell they just did.
On all orders, shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
attorney Clinton Paris, and Tampa's my community. I grew up here, went to school here, and my wife and I make our home here. What makes Tampa special are its people. So when I represent someone injured in my community, it's personal. Call my office and speak to a real lawyer and not some referral service. I will fight the insurance companies to get the settlement that you deserve. At the law office of Clinton Paris, we take the pain out of being heard.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Sugar Chateau Desserts is a specialty bakery located in the Charlotte, North Carolina metro area. We will create delicious and one-of-a-kind treats for any occasion. Sugar Chateau is currently shipping cakes in a jar, offering a variety of different flavors in a single-serve container that can help you celebrate in accordance with social distancing. Place your orders today by calling 803-526-7895 or visiting sugarchateaudesserts.com.
We are going to do that, right? No. Yes.
Is the color? That's
It looks like something. Not right now. No, right. I'm gonna pull it. This is Coach.
like during the inning or so, like right after me and Brian get the chop it up, I would say, you know, hey, look, we got a chance to do so with Coach James before the game started. Let's hear what we have to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the mound as we welcome the founder of Urban Hydration, Psych Terry, and his son, Montova.
Yeah, we can bring it in.
Let it fly whenever you're ready.
Oh, man, went to the mound. Okay.
And there it is, the first pitch here from Frisco, Texas. We're inside of Dr. Pepper Ballpark for day 2 of the 2021 Lone Star Diamond Classic presented by BCSG 360 and the Frisco Rough Riders. Today's matchup between the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff and the Jaguars of Southern University. And Brian Fulford, the festivities have started here inside the ballpark today.
It's a beautiful day, Nick. I tell you what, man, we are blessed to have such a nice day, a beautiful day for baseball, as they like to say. Not too much wind blowing. There's a few clouds, but it's just a beautiful day here in Frisco, Texas. So props to everybody who came out. If you're watching us, you're missing out. I mean, we appreciate the eyes, but
Absolutely.
you're missing out.
Absolutely.
You're missing out on a beautiful day to be at the ballpark.
We love your view. We love your click.
Yes, indeed.
We need the clickbait. We love the view. We definitely just want to have you making sure that you're a part of these festivities. I got in today, Brian. I drove in. I got into the parking lot, and the tailgating was going on. I smelled the barbecue. I heard the music out there. Everybody was just having a good time. It reminded me of I thought about the Magic City Classic. Not as packed, but it was just something that I thought about when I drove up and I parked inside the parking lot today.
Look, these are great opportunities. I mean, we're so used to these kind of classic settings in football, but it's nice to be able to do this in other sports, and especially in baseball. I mean, it's an outdoor sport. There's a great partnership and a great recognition going on right now among minor league, Major League Baseball. And so when you're able to merge all of that, it's a beautiful thing there.
Let's hear from Coach James, head coach of the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. He has a presentation on the field. Listen in.
Let's talk about the first number. 2,400 hits, 350 home runs, 9 gold gloves. Remember this: Al Kaline, King Griffey Jr., Willie Mays, and Torrey Hunter. In the history of the game, he is the 4th outfielder ever to post those type of numbers. But if you know him like I know him, and a lot of people in the stands that's close to him, those latter numbers mean way more to him than those other numbers. One wife, 3 sons, 6 grandkids, and a host of other people in his life that he's touched. One thing I can say about this man is he's a man that teaches you how to fish, and he don't give you anything. It may hurt your feelings, but at the end of the day, you're going to be able to stand on your own and do the things that you need to do. So your lifetime achievement is more than just about baseball. But we thank you for everything that you do, and congratulations. Love you, man. thank you guys for coming out and supporting this fascinating event. And I definitely think that these guys are having an opportunity to play in a professional stadium. I think it's a dream of a lot of these young kids over here. So let's play ball, enjoy the game.
And that's Torrey Hunter receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award, one of my favorite players out there, Brian, and not to mention, you know, I wasn't an outfielder, I was an infielder and a pitcher, but when I played my video games, I had to make sure that Torrey Hunter was somewhere on my team.
Hey, Spider-Man, what they call him, right? Spider-Man, nine-time Gold Glove winner, a great ambassador for the game of baseball, and hopefully a future Hall of Famer as well. You know, it's so tough and it's so wonky with the way Major League Baseball or the Baseball Hall of Fame or whatever committee decides on those individuals. But
absolutely,
it's a shame that you have years where nobody gets in because
right.
there are deserving individuals, and Torrey Hunter is one of those individuals that hopefully will find his way into the Hall.
And you mentioned a good point right there. I really do hope that MLB reconsiders the not enough voting to get into. I mean, not having a Hall of Fame this year, and I think NFL and, kind of NBA kind of hit the mark on some of their things. But I do believe there needs to be, I don't care, whether it's 1%, 2%. I just believe there needs to be at least one or two names every year going into the Hall.
Every year, somebody. The game is too there's too much history. There are too many guys who have done great things. Too many of guys like you and me followed the game when we were kids. And look at these young people out here playing today. If you want to continue to grow the game of baseball, there has to be a recognition of legends every year. So I don't care if it's the voters or the Veterans Committee, whatever committee it is, there needs to be somebody every year going into the Hall of Fame. There are too many good players out there that are not in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely, absolutely. Brian, last night the Southern Jaguars defeated these Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff by a score of 11-8. It was a really good game. I mean, Pine Bluff was kind of out of it early. They made a run. They gave some good fight. But what did you like about the Southern Jaguars last night?
I like the way Southern just hit the ball. I mean, there were opportunities. I mean, look, they had 2 innings where they put up 4 runs, and that's impressive. I mean, they got off to a good start in the first 2 innings, really with the first pitch of the game. It started with Isaiah Adams leading off. First pitch, first single, way to open the game up, and then they cracked it open in the second inning, and then they also had another big inning in the 5th. So I really love the bats from Southern and thought they did a great job all game long.
On the other side of the baseball, the Golden Lions, they dropped 11-8. Like I said, they showed a lot of fight, but there are some things that, that the Golden Lions can actually build upon from last night going into today's game. What do you like about these Golden Lions?
Well, think about this. The scores 11-8 was the finish. In the last 3 of the last 4 innings, they put up 4 runs. So, I mean, they finally got the bats going. There were some good substitutions that came in. We saw Coach James really use his pitching staff, got the most out of his pitchers, and I thought that kept them in the ball game. And so I'm expecting today to see if the Golden Lions can get off to a good start with their bats and avoid being in a hole early.
And let's talk a little bit about the Golden Lions as they line up on the defensive side of the baseball. Going from left to right in the outfield, DeClaudio Irvin will be in left field. Going into center field right here, I have, Davion White in right field, Timothy Martin around the horn from third to first. At third base today, Dante Leach, he played shortstop last night, showed his leather, but now moving into the shortstop position would be Jar Parker. Karsten Vasquez goes from third to second, and Connor James remains at first base. Behind the dish, Andrew Edwilla, and on the mound tonight for the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff will be Brandon Little. So that's how the Golden Lions will line up on the offensive side of the baseball for the Southern Jaguars. Isaiah Adams, Judah Wilbur, O'Neal Burgess, Taj Porter, Jermaine Spears, Xavier Moore, Bubba Thompson, William Nelson, and Jalen Armstrong. And there is the first pitch tonight here from Frisco, Texas. A foul ball into the right field stands there by Isaiah Adams. Last night, Isaiah Adams was the leadoff guy and he went 2 for 5 last night. Started the game with a leadoff single.
No disappointment from Mr. Adams. First pitch swinging. Thought he was going to connect on that one as he did the other day. 1 ball, 1 strike there.
Called ball 1-1 here for Mr. Little. Got a chance to see him a couple of weeks in Houston as fly ball hit the center field. And great jab out there by Davion White. Comes away with the first out of the contest. And that's a big one because Southern's offense last night, Brian, had at least about 4 or 5 leadoff men get on base.
Yeah, the UAPB had some troubles in the outfield yesterday, and already is an adventure, so it's a great start for Mr. White, who was not in the lineup yesterday.
Stepping into the box next, the shortstop from Denver, Colorado, it's Judah Wilbur. Last night went 2 for 5 with the walk. Played a really good shortstop for the Southern Jaguars. Made some plays, that just need to be talked about forever going on more and more. Now, last night, Brian, that was a close one. Had it got over that net, I'm looking for a foul ball today. That's all I can say.
Well, look, Judah with the bases clearing triple the other night, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get off to a good start today for Southern.
Got a chance to see Brandon Little a couple of weeks ago in Houston. He throws kind of like a knuckle slurve type pitch. You'll kind of see that breaker kind of stand in the air. Wow. Sav Judah fouls off right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And, one thing I want to see from these Golden Lions, not a lot of strikeouts last night, but with 2 strikes, you definitely want to have an out pitch, a strikeout pitch, something good for a punch that can use to get these Jaguars out. Wines delivers. Gets away from Andrew Idwidya. Full count here for Brandon Little. Wines delivers. Strike 3 called on the inside half of the plate. 2 away here for the Golden Lions. This is not the way the game started last night.
Hey, Judah thought he was going to be on first base. You could tell by the way he took that hop. He was going to first, and then all of a sudden the ump called him out on that. So good start for UAPB.
Stepping into the box, O'Neal Burgess, the DH. Only 1 hit last night, 6 plate appearances. Didn't have the most successful offensive attack, but he showed that he has the power. He, knocked some balls out into the outfield and just did kind of what he had to do.
Yeah, he had plenty of opportunities yesterday, and 6 plate appearances. It started off pretty good for him, but the last 4 at-bats definitely didn't go his way.
2-0 to count. He was definitely thinking fastball right down the middle. He just got it, but he also just missed it as well. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. O'Neal Bourgeois, the sophomore from Brookhaven, Mississippi. Right next door to Baton Rouge. And that'll move some players over inside the Golden Lion dugout. I remember those days when the foul balls come inside your dugout, you're hopping over the fence. We call it an ugly finder.
I'm always amazed at the quick reaction time of those guys sitting over there.
Deuces are wild here in game 2. There's a shot in the right field. Timothy Martin all over it. 3 up, 3 down for the Golden Lions here as they go up 1, 2, 3. Great job, Brandon Little. We'll take a break. You're watching the Lone Star Diamond Classic on the Black College Sports Network. Welcome back to the Lone Star Diamond Classic, Frisco, Texas. Dr. Pepper Ballpark, Nick Strong alongside HBCU alum Brian Fulford. And Brian, let's talk a little bit about the Southern Jaguars today. They'll line it up defensively as they received the victory last night. Let's go from left to right in the outfield. Isaiah Adams, Jalen Armstrong, Tremaine Spears around the horn from third to first. Xavier Moore, Judah Wilbur, Bubba Thompson, and Taj Porter, who caught last night, and inserting Chris Crenshaw, inserting Mr. Nelson there behind the dish for the Southern Jaguars. Jerome Bohannon will get the ball today, for the Southern Jaguars. And I talked to Coach Crenshaw a little bit earlier about Jerome Bohannon, and he just kind of mentioned, how soft of a pitcher he was. Soft tosser, he'll run it up 84, 85, nothing really extreme, but he will throw strikes, keep the ball where he needs it to be for the Southern Jaguars. Offensively for the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions, leading off playing shortstop, Jar Parker, Carson Vasquez batting second, playing second base, Connor James batting third, Andrew Idwia cleaning up behind the dish. Humberto Maldonado got the nod last night as a pinch hitter, and he'll stay in the game today. Batting sixth, Tim Martin, DeClaudio Irvin, Dante Leach, and Davion White will round out the 7-8-9. What do you want to see from this Arkansas Pine Bluff offense today?
Well, Coach James did a shuffle of his batting lineup today. Obviously, he moved up Carson Vasquez, who was at the bottom of the lineup last night, into the 2 spot. Connor James moved up from the 4 to the 3. So maybe that'll help some guys. And here we go. Great start.
Jar Parker with the knock right back up the box, a leadoff single for the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. I actually talked to Coach James about Jar Parker. He said he wasn't able to play yesterday due to certain circumstances, but he said this is the spark that he needed in his lineup, and that's what you just saw, Jar Parker with the leadoff single. Great job, young man.
Yeah, that seemed to be the thing for Southern's key to success is the way they started innings yesterday. So good start for UAPB, much needed. And here's Vasquez, who, again, was 2 for 2 last night.
Not to mention a walk and a sack there. And he's looking for the sack again as he showed bunt. Third baseman in on the grass. First baseman, he's going to stay back. The middle will play up the middle. They'll turn 2 just in case. Looks as though they might put on a play here, will Chris Crenshaw. Coach James playing a little small ball. He didn't play much last night, but I'm sure he knows that it does work here. One thing I like about the SWAC is we know a lot of speed, and you got to get that ball away quickly when you're a defensive person, when you're a defensive player inside the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Here's the pitch. Just missed on the outside as Carson Vasquez works the count. Jar Parker getting a good lead over there at first base. Haven't seen a move yet from Jerome Bohannon. And there's ball 4.
4 straight pitches, so great patience shown by Vasquez.
So Carson Vasquez working the count. Runners at first and second for the first baseman, Connor James, who was also hitless last night, 0 for 4 at the plate. If he's going to come back and make a case to, remain at first base for the rest of the year, this may be a good situation to do so. Here's a shot right side, down the line, and it is foul. Would have been a good shot there, right fielder Tremaine Spears playing off the line. Could have been trouble for the Jaguars.
James coming into the series batting just 194 with 6 hits and 31 at-bats. So he definitely needs a spark today.
Pitch misses on the inside half, 1-1 the count. Not sure if Coach James wants to play a little small ball here. Connor James being in his third slot, he's expecting an RBI out of this situation. And there's the pass ball, gets away from Nelson. Runners advance second and third now, and Connor James has 2 ducks sitting on the pond.
Great opportunity for the freshman from Pembroke Pines, Florida.
And there's the miss there.
Bohannon having some troubles finding the plate right now. Three balls, one strike.
Here's the pitch. Misses on the inside half again, and the bases are loaded here early on for the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Catcher Nelson will go out and talk to Bohannon about what they want to do right now. Not sure if Coach Crenshaw wants to come out and talk to his team. But last night, Brian, this wasn't a normal situation for the Golden Lions.
Yeah, we almost have the exact opposite of what we had yesterday, where it seemed Southern had the early advantages with the base runners and the pitching that was a little inconsistent. And so far, that seems to be UAPB taking advantage, or at least, reaping the benefits of some spotty pitching by Mr. Bohannon.
The junior from Modesto, California, will step to the plate. Andrew Edwilla, bases loaded. And I like his stirrups. He's just wearing the old school normal stirrups down there on the field. Those are the Little League stirrups we used to wear, man. Just, one solid line, up the sides. I like it. Old school. Jar Parker, the runner at third. Vasquez at second. Connor James at first. See how Bohannon wants to pitch. And there's the slow stuff. I'm kind of surprised he swung 8 straight balls there from pitcher Jerome Bohannon, and, Edwilla was kind of anxious up there at the plate. I'd like to see him wait a little bit more there. And there's the ball in dirt. Balls follow balls. 1-1 the count.
Well, Edwilla, he doesn't get a lot of plate appearances. So, that first pitch, he was hungry. He's like, hold on, let me get one. Let me rip one, coach. At least the first one.
You get the first strike, I get the second strike. That's a normal thing here. Ball in the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike here. Beautiful day for baseball here. Frisco, Texas, the Dallas Metroplex, home of the Frisco Rough Riders. Texas Rangers affiliate. Here's the pitch by Bohannon. And just knocks the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Great job there by Bohannon.
And that bullpen is already working over there for Southern. So, the way Bohannon's struggling, he may not be in there for long, depending upon how this next pitch or next 2 pitches go.
Here comes the payoff. And just a little short. Full count here for Jerome Bohannon. You mentioned that, and last night Coach Chris Crenshaw went to the bullpen early. Wilhelm Allen only 2 innings, and player of the game Jacob Snyder comes in and goes a strong 5 for the Jaguars. Full count here. Kicks, fires, delivers. Misses up high, ball 4, and walks in a run. And the Golden Lions take the early lead 1-0. That'll move Karsten Vasquez to third. Connor James over to second. Andrew Edwilla takes first base. Coming up to the box, Humberto Maldonado came in last night. Came in and pitch hit for Nick Kreutzer. Went 2 for 2 with a home run in that last inning.
3 straight walked batters. It'll be interesting to see. Maldonado should definitely just sit back and be patient on this one.
Well, Edwilla was a little impatient, and I guess Maldonado was a little patient right there, because that was a nice strike on the outside half.
I'd make him prove it to me one more time before I get up there and start swinging away if I'm Maldonado.
I don't blame you. Here's the pitch. Kick, fires, deliver. Gets away from Nelson. And I've got 1-1 here on Humberto Maldonado, all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. Year-round baseball out there in Las Vegas. Sure he's used to this nice weather here in Dallas. And again, misses a little low. 2 balls, 1 strike now.
Yeah, a lot of balls are skipping and hitting the dirt or just getting away. It's a tough pitcher-catcher. That's a beautiful relationship when it's working. But right now, a lot of troubles going on right here in the Southern pitching-catching relationship.
And just missed the outside half. 3 balls, 1 strike now, and not sure how Chris Crenshaw wants to play this, but he can't take a early deficit here early on. There's on the outside half. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And 0 outs.
Here's the pitch.
Oh, that one
and
just
a
skipped.
little short. And coming into the plate is Carson Vasquez, but rounding third, Connor James thought about it. Ball just wasn't far enough. So 4 straight walks here for Jerome Bohannon. Jar Parker scores first. Carson Vasquez scores second on that walk right there. Connor James advances to third. Andrew Wee at second. Humberto Maldonado at first. Here comes head coach Chris Crenshaw. And I'm not sure what he wants to do. I'm not sure if he wants to. He did. He's going to make the signal.
Yeah, it's, you'd like to keep Bohannon out there, but the way, you're struggling, and they're very fortunate that it's been walks that have yielded runs, 2 runs, and it hasn't been anything more.
As we see the new pitcher who comes in for the Southern Jaguars, an early exit there for Jerome Bohannon. Responsible for 2 runs already, 3 runs on the base paths, possible 3 runs on the base paths, and he did not record an out tonight. Tough break for that kid. But sometimes in baseball, this is a game of percentages. This is a game where if you get a hit 3 out of every 10 times, you're in the Hall of Fame, so – he's just got to learn how to bounce back from adversity. We actually may see him tomorrow, just not sure.
Markalen Boyd, the right-hander, the senior from Lafayette, Louisiana, Northside High School, coming in now to sort of clean up the mess a little bit, as they might say.
We'll take a short break here from Frisco, Texas, and we'll have the numbers for Markalen Boyd when we return. Golden Line. 0.
Now, you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant-quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
Vanilla smoked sea salt seasoning is for seafood. The tarragon and fennel bring out the natural sweetness in seafood. I also use it in rice dishes, on yams, asparagus, blueberry pancakes, and believe it or not, chocolate chip cookies. Vanilla smoked sea salt adds a salty and savory component to sweet dishes that create a symphony for the tongue.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition,
welcome back to Dr. Pepper Ballpark here in Frisco, Texas. It's the Lone Star Diamond Classic. Nick Strong alongside HBCU alum Brian Fulford. Southern Jaguars 0, the Golden Lions 2. And there's a new pitcher on the mound for the Southern Jaguars. It'll be Markalen Boyd. Brian Fulford.
Mr. Boyd has made 2 appearances this season. Pitched 2.2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. None of them were earned, though. He's had 1 strikeout and faced 11 batters. Has an ERA of a clean 0.0, fortunately, because of that unearned run.
Well, he'll
having
definitely
0 earned runs, rather.
He'll definitely earn that 0.0 ERA if he can get out of this jam right here. Bases loaded here for the Golden Lions. Timothy Martin runs up to the plate. Last night, Tim Martin 1 for 3 for the Golden Lions, a sophomore from Snellville, Georgia. And there's the slow stuff. Off speed for strike one.
I think we're just excited to see a pitch get across the plate and be called for a strike. So that was definitely, I heard some exciting cheers there from the Southern faithful.
Working out the stretch. And there's the off speed and fly ball on the infield. Not necessarily high enough for an infield fly rule, but great job there by Bubba Thompson getting to that ball. Even better job by Andrew Adwiya, the runner for the Golden Lions, getting back to the bag. He almost got doubled up there.
I was going to say, yeah, that one just kind of floated there. It took its time getting there, and you didn't, for a half a second, you didn't know if it was going to get over Thompson's head or if it was going to fall in front of him, but just kind of died as it was in the air.
Kind of one of those cue balls hit off the bat.
Yeah.
DeClaudio Irvin steps into the box from Midwest City, Oklahoma. He's only a sophomore. DeClaudio Irvin playing left field today. And there's the pitch and the right-handed batter's box there.
It'll be interesting to see how Irving responds to going from being the leadoff batter last night to moving down to the 7 spot today.
Also, he started at second base yesterday. He'll be in the outfield today, or he's already in the outfield, rather. Transferred in from Connor State College, junior college in Oklahoma. There's a swing and a miss. Markalen Boyd, as you just said, waking up the Southern faithful out there in the audience. Little excitement of sorts.
There's got to be a name for when you come in to a contest in the first inning with runners all over the base pads, but no outs. It's not quite a fresh start, but we got to come up with a name for this situation that Mr. Boyd's walking into.
But we'll definitely, maybe that can be our trivia question for the day if everybody responds to the Twitter account. I'd like to shout out that person, whoever gives us that name for the day. Out the stretch, here's Boyd. Swing and a miss. Strike two. As DeClaudio Irvin just couldn't catch up to the cheese.
Send us those thoughts at MyBCSN1, the number one, at MyBCSN1, the number one. Let us know, what do you call this situation that Markalen Boyd walked into?
Here comes the pitch. Just missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Middle infield playing double play depth up the middle. Kind of surprised right here. The corners are back just a little further than usual. Maybe they'll go across the diamond and try to turn 2. There won't be a play at the plate.
Irvin did strike out twice last night and hit into a double play.
Here's the pitch. Right back to the pitcher. And the first baseman. And Markalen Boyd throws it over to Taj Porter. Porter couldn't handle it. 2 runs come around and score for the Golden Lions. There was only 1 out there, Brian, and I'm not sure if they worked in their PFPs, but I think that's an automatic 1, 2, 3 double play next time.
I don't understand why he didn't go. You know, there's got to be some signal and communication. How do you not go home for as slow as that ball came to you? That should have been an easy. I mean, look, I'm not playing. I'm up here in the booth. As easy as what you can visualize on TV, that's textbook. It should come right back to the catcher for 1, over the first for 2, get out of the inning. I don't. I'm
going to credit the pitcher, Markalen Boyd, on that error, on the throwing area.
Oh, definitely.
There.
That's definitely got to be an error.
And as you said, he came in already in a jam, and now he just gets himself more into a bigger jam. Dante Leach steps into the box, playing third base today. Yesterday played shortstop, the freshman from Sacktown, California, Sacramento. Right outside the Bay Area. Outside, ball 1. Last night, Dante Leach, 2 for 3, 2 walks off the 7th hole. And he's batting in the 8th hole tonight. Showed his glove yesterday at shortstop. Great job.
So that was Connor James and Andrew Adwiya who came around to score those runs, and you got Maldonado on third.
Corner's in here. Runner takes off at first. Throw down to second base. And DeClaudio Irvin's in. A little dirty, but he's safe.
Yeah, that ball was never going to get there. Not enough mustard on it, and
Good job right there, actually, by the Southern Jags, with Humberto Maldonado not with the best speed over there at third base. You don't really expect him to run home on a throw down to second base, but nevertheless, runners in scoring position for Dante Leach. Here's the pitch, and hits the outside corner. I've got 1 ball, 1 strike here, and 1 out for the Jaguars. Excuse me, make that 1 ball, 2 strikes here for the Jaguars. It's a called strike on that steal. Here's the pitch. And did he go? No, he didn't check it, but yes, he did. And he's already tagged out the batter. But I'm not sure if you all caught that. He tagged the batter with the glove, but I think the ball was in his hand. I didn't see it. I saw him pick up the ball. I'm not sure. I don't want to call any controversy here in the booth.
The ball was in his left hand. But I think he called him on
the swing. Okay, gotcha. Well, he still dropped third strike.
That's true.
Dropped third strike. You got to tag with the ball in the glove. And I could be wrong. I don't want to, Davion White steps into the box. And there's the pitch. Hit right back up the middle. Judah Wilbur across the diamond to first base. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. Nevertheless, for the Golden Lions, 4 runs come across, and they take the lead going into the top half of 2. You're watching the Lone Star Diamond Classic here on the Black College Sports Network.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Have you had your Earthblend coffee today? At Earthblend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in 1 cup with Earthblend Coffee.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than...
Welcome back to the Lone Star Diamond Classic here in Frisco, Texas. Nick Strong alongside HBCU alum Brian Fulford hanging out with you up top in the booth from Dr. Pepper Ballpark. Golden Lions 4, Southern Jags 0, and they're trying to get on the board this inning. Brian?
Well, look, UAPB, you can't have a better first inning. On the defensive end, you go 3 and out. On the offensive end, all 9 batters come to the plate. So, it doesn't get any better than that for a start.
Taj Porter, the redshirt junior from Manville, Louisiana, leading things off here. Top of 2. Last night, Taj Porter 2 for 4. And he played behind the dish, playing first base today. Two balls, no strikes here for Brandon Little. There's the pitch on the inner half, just misses, 3-0. And now you get to wonder, 3-0. You look for a ball 4 right here, and do things get to popping for Southern Jaguars? We shall see. Here we go.
Well, 4 pitches.
And that'll bring out Carlos James quick here. And he's going to go to – he's actually going to go to the bullpen. No, he's not.
Is he going quickly to the bullpen?
He's going quickly to the bullpen. He's not going to let the – well, I saw somebody. I'm sorry. The guy was walking towards the exit, but he didn't go out.
All I saw was Coach had that walk like,
okay, yeah.
He said, no, we're not doing this. And because I know he looked over at his catcher. He told the catcher, no, stay over there.
Gotcha.
I got this.
Okay.
He had to come out and tell his guys, say, look, come on, you did a great job in the first inning. Settle in and let's get some guys out. Okay, I believe in you. Let's go.
Well, that'll bring up right fielder Tremaine Spears, the redshirt junior. Tremaine Spears believe it or not, transferred in from Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns. Last night, Tremaine Spears, 1 for 4. Taj Porton getting a nice little lead over there on first base. Outfield shifting to the left. Pickoff move over to first base. He's safe. Coach Carlos James shifting his infield towards the pool side. Second baseman not too far off the bag, actually.
And you got to be careful. Porter had 2 stolen bases yesterday.
And with that being said, as another ball caught there for the Golden Lions, when you talk about a steal right here, Brian, usually the shortstop may take the throw, but or right-handed batter, usually a second baseman takes the throw. But this case, no matter what the batter was, looks like the second baseman is going to have to take the throw all the way here.
And, I'm not going to typecast, but Taj Porter doesn't look like a speedster. Look, honestly, what is he? He's a catcher, first baseman. Those aren't positions that you associate with speedsters.
Right.
So he got 2 steals yesterday.
Here's the pitch, swung on, deep drive, left center field, outside the ballpark, home run Jaguars.
Nice shot, about just over the wall there in left center, probably about 370, sitting right next to the Dr. Pepper stands. Some young fella needs to just run over there. Got a great souvenir. I see a couple of kids running over that way to pick up a free ball.
Tremaine Spears puts the Jaguars on the board as they cut the lead down to 2 runs now. They trail 4-2. And, usually, you get that walk 4 balls, you try to groove in a strike, and Tremaine Spears was just ready for it, Brian. And he hit a moonshot.
Beautiful swing by Spears.
Xavier Moore steps into the box at third baseman for the Southern Jaguars. Last night, Xavier Moore, 1 for 2, 3 walks actually. He couldn't stay off the base paths. Reached base 4 times. Junior from Shreveport, Louisiana. High fly ball. Right fielder camping under it. Timothy Martin brings it down. And the Golden Lions record their first out this inning. F-9 if you're scoring at home.
That was Spears' second home run of the year. One of a handful of Southern Jaguars batting over 300 on the season.
Here's the second baseman, Bubba Thompson. You don't find this much. The freshman from Hortonville, Wisconsin. Swing and miss. Strike 1. I don't know if I played anybody baseball from Wisconsin. That was a new one for me in the SWAC. It's kind of cold year-round up there, and they get to come down south and, ball out. But Bubba Thompson showed you why you may need to come up to Wisconsin and find more ballers.
I'd love to hear the story on how Bubba Thompson found his way to Southern.
Absolutely.
I would not be surprised if there's some family ties or maybe an uncle, aunt, or somebody that introduced him to Southern and HBCU life.
No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff, a little high for Brandon Little. And Andrew Weah has got to get that ball back to him cleanly next time. Last night, Bubba Thompson, 2 hits, 5 at-bats. Scored a run. I talked to Coach Crenshaw before the game started, and I just talked about the middle of his, lineup, the middle of his defensive set. Second baseman, shortstop, center fielder. They were awesome. Here's the pitch. Full count in the dirt. And take a look at this defensive alignment. They're going to play Bubba Thompson to push in the outfield. Straight up there in left field. Big gap between left field and center field. Infield playing straight up there. Here's the full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. On a fastball on the inside corner. 2 away here for the Golden Lions.
Brandon needed that one. He needed that strikeout right there. I was looking over Coach James and pitching coach over on the steps. had that worried look as they kept glancing down at the bullpen.
Well, I'm sure they're going to shut the bullpen now. 2 outs. As William Nelson steps into the box. Came into the game late last night as a defensive replacement. High fly ball right field. Timothy Martin camps under it and ends the inning for the Golden Lions, but not before the Southern Jaguars hit the scoreboard. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no Jaguars left on base. The Jaguars trail 4-2 to the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Diamond Classic here on the Black College Sports Network.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and parenting education coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentjax.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Welcome back here on the Black College Sports Network. The Southern Jaguars taking on the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff here in Frisco, Texas. Dr. Pepper Ballpark, minor league affiliate of the Texas Rangers. Leading off things here in the bottom half of the second inning, Jar Parker, the local hero from Plano, Texas, led things off last inning. This is his second at bat in the second inning as the Golden Lions walked through the lineup last inning. And he started things off with a leadoff single, and that kind of got the momentum going on for the Golden Lions early on.
We talked about that, how on the other side, Southern had a few guys with 5 and 6 plate appearances yesterday, especially in the 1 through 3 spots. So a little reversal from yesterday to today.
Anything you can do, I can do better?
Hey,
is that what it is? Here's the pitch by Boyd. And just missed on the inner half. 3 balls, no strikes. Southern Jaguars in that last inning, 4 walks. All credited to Jerome Bohannon. 3-0. And he hits the outside corner there, 3 balls, 1 strike. One more time. And he wanted to ring him up, but he forgot it was 3-1 there. 3 balls, 2 strikes coming up here for Jar Parker.
Great job by Mr. Boyd. Way to battle back and get back into this count here. Full count.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good job there by Markalen Boyd to come back, all the way back, with a strikeout there on Jar Parker. 1 away here for the Southern Jaguars.
Look, Boyd's come in and done a great job. I mean, other than that error, that unexplainable error, which could have got him out of the inning, he's done a great job among the now 5 batters he has faced, striking out 2 of them.
Karsten Vasquez walks up to the plate with a walk and a run scored already. Strike one. SWAC baseball here on the Black College Sports Network. You're a graduate of Florida A&M, fam.
I am.
Yeah, you've seen some baseball over in the MEAC. What's baseball like over there on that side of the conference, from what you remember?
Well, look, from what I know of what's happening to the MEAC. I mean, really, I'm more focused on what's happening right now in the MEAC with, with the disappointment of, the planned, I guess you could say, the cancellation of the program over at North Carolina Central, especially after they got off to a good start to open their season. The migration of 3 other programs.
Here's a shot left center field. Isaiah Adams calling for it. He comes on, makes the play, F-7 if you're scoring at home. Back to what you were talking about on the MEAC side, a lot of teams, one team canceling. Also, University of Maryland Eastern Shore opting out to play this season. Fam Bethune-Cookman moving over to the SWAC in the next couple of years. Things are looking, a little bleak here for the MEAC.
It is. You've got 6 programs left. It'll be a very short MEAC tournament among the 5 or 6 programs, I believe, that are left.
Connor James steps into the box for the Golden Lions. Called strike on the inside half. Connor James, a walk and a run scored in the first inning. Talking about fam, though, Andre Dawson, Marquise Grissom. No?
Oh, yeah, Marquise
Grissom, that's right. A lot of lineage over there in Tallahassee, Florida. Here's the ground ball, left side, foul.
There's a lot of excitement about what SWAC baseball is going to be like, especially with Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M, 2 programs that have had success over the last, especially over the last decade. And it's just adding to an already good conference.
No balls, 2 strikes here for Bowie. Here's the pitch. Misses on the outside and kind of shows up the umpire a little bit.
Yeah, Blue wasn't moving on that one.
Blue wasn't moving there. Even the scoreboard looked like it had 3 a little bit there. I don't know.
The scoreboard was like, oh, no, okay.
And also, not to mention, Bethune-Cookman opting out to play baseball this year as well. They're opting out to play all sports. That's right.
All sports.
Here's the pitch. Misses on the inside half. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maryland Eastern Shore, Bethune-Cookman. FAM head coach Jamie Shoup, I believe, down there in Tallahassee. Mm-hmm. Right across the street from Florida State, as they say. It's like TSU, U of H. A lot of schools and, non-HBCUs, HBCUs.
But I believe he's found his home at Florida A&M.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball, left side. Xavier Moore fires over. Tag, no ball. And it looks as though Connor James will reach first base. I'm going to have to give the error there to third baseman Xavier Moore on the throw.
I was going to say that might be definitely E5 on that. He fielded it clean. That ball was a little bit up the first base line instead of being right where the first baseman needed. And there was plenty of time because it wasn't like Connor James was a burner. Wasn't going to beat that one out. He ran hard, but he wasn't going to beat that throw out.
Taj Porter couldn't hang on to the catch, tried to make the tag before he had the ball. And that'll do something to you here. Andrew Edwilla will step into the box, so walking a run scored in the first inning as well. Runner at first base, Connor James. Here's the pitch by Bowie. Kick, fires, delivers. Strike on the inside half. 0-1 to count. Just moving back to talking about, HBCU baseball scene and, everything that it has to provide. You mentioned that the SWAC is going to be looking good with the addition of those 2 new teams. And I think it opened up, some traveling for these kids that come down to the SWAC to play baseball. They'll get to experience Florida on a yearly basis.
Oh, yeah. That's and being in the when they do the split East and West, look, as much excitement as people have about what football will look like in the SWAC, I think there is just as much excitement about what SWAC baseball will look like given the type of programs coming over.
One thing that I remember, I played at Texas Southern. Now there was a kind of an HBCU classic type of deal that used to happen in Miami where some schools would kind of meet up at. Mm-hmm. But had I got a chance to go to Daytona Beach for a weekend during Black College Week or spring break and, played a series against Bethune-Cookman, I would have loved that. High fly ball. On the infield, Bubba Thompson right there, and that'll do it for the Golden Lions. Good job for the Jaguars there. No runs, no hits, one error, one runner left on base there for the Golden Lions as we get to hear from head coach Carlos James going into this break. 4-2, Golden Lions over the Jaguars. Coach Crenshaw, tough win last night. Really good win last night, by the way. How tough win last night? Coach Crenshaw, tough win last night. Really good win last night, by the way. How did you guys end up pulling that game out, man?
Jacob Snyder.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always.
Jalen Armstrong, Isaiah Adams, and Judah Wilbur to lead off things here for the Southern Jaguars. Nick Strong alongside Brian Fulford. 2021 Lone Star Diamond Classic. Southern Jaguars, Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff, Southwestern Athletic Conference matchup. Jalen Armstrong last night, 3 hits, 4 ABs, and a walk. Looked good there from the left-hand side. Sophomore also from South Haven, Mississippi. We'll have a guest in the booth coming up pretty soon. Trust me, you may want to watch this. Brian Fulford kind of mentioned Spider-Man early on. No?
Eventually, yeah. Eventually we will.
Eventually we will. Sooner or later. Can't wait for that one. Swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield playing straight up. Infield straight up. They'll play it up the middle for Jalen Armstrong. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Second base, Carson Vasquez to his right-hand side. Makes the play. 4-3 for scoring at home.
You know, we have such a busy weekend in the SWAC. Obviously, you know, the SWAC has their volleyball tournament happening right now. I mean, just think about all that's going on for UAPB today. Hosting a football game in Arkansas Pine Bluff against Alabama State. Volleyball playing, and now the baseball. All 4 sports going on at the same time.
Swing and a miss there by Isaiah Adams, the freshman. Leadoff man flied out to center field in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch, a little high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Isaiah Adams last night went 2 for 5. Facing off with Brandon Little today. Brandon Little 1-2-3 first. Got into some trouble there last inning. Called strike on the outside corner. Coach James had to settle him down. And it looks as though he settled him down a little bit more inside the dugout last inning.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have to waste the timeout. He can talk to him right there in the dugout. Ball and dirt there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You know, we mentioned the middle a lot, second base, shortstop, center field, but Isaiah Adams, you know, definitely looks good out there in left field as well. Hasn't had any, you know, things I had to be concerned about.
No, not at all. Looks real good out there. It's good glove work going on out there.
Full count here for the Jags. Swing, no. I thought he went around there, a little high. Ball 4. Action in the bullpen for the Golden Lions as Judah Wilbur steps into the box. The transfer from Chicago State. We saw some small ball last night for the Jags as we see one out away here for the Jaguars. Not sure if they want to go to the bunt. But Judah Wilbur, I mean, he showed that he can swing it as well. So they'll do a little cat and mouse over there at first base.
Brandon Little's been able to get into the 3rd and 4th innings of his last 2 appearances. Went to the 4th inning against Prairie View last weekend and went into the 3rd inning the weekend before almost against Texas Southern. So, you know, I know given some of the pitching challenges yesterday, I know Coach James would really like to see if Brandon can get through this inning and maybe even get through the 4th to keep that streak going.
And as you said, I see number 14, Mike Gerwitz. Runner takes off and inside of second base safely is Isaiah Adams. No throw down by the catcher, Andrew Ewenia. So advancing runners from first to second are the Jaguars.
Yeah, and we never really pulled that ball out of the dirt or never got his hands on it cleanly to even make a throw attempt.
Here's the pitch. And in the dirt again, bounces in front. In the bullpen, that was Mike Gerwitz, the sophomore from Fort Myers, Florida. And we had 7 pitches last night, I think, for the Golden Lions.
We did. I was running out of room on my stat sheet trying to keep up with guys who were coming in.
Yeah, you tried to use a little bit of my stat sheet, man, to put your last pitcher on there.
Look, I'm telling you. Almost had to use the back side of the paper.
Judah Wilbur in that unorthodox batting stance. Here's the pitch. Swing on. Fly ball over the left fielder's head to Claudio Irvin. Can't get to it. Coming around third, Isaiah Adams. And standing up on second base is the shortstop, Judah Wilbur, with an RBI double here for the Jags. And now the score is 4-3.
Irvin never really looked comfortable. I mean, at first he turned to his right, then he turned left and came right again. And at that point, by the time he made his second turn, he realized, oh, that ball's going over my head.
Claudio Urban played second base yesterday. He's a utility guy playing the outfield today. You know, just one step when you're in that outfield can change the complexity of the fly ball that's coming to you. O'Neal Bourgeois steps into the box, fly it out to right field in his first AB. See how Coach James wants to pitch this. Fly ball swung on. Right in front of Claudio Irvin. Judah Wilbur coming around third. He's going to score. And another RBI single here for the Jags as they tie this contest at 4.
This time Irvin did a good job of keeping. I think he was already back where he was previously, where he threw that previous play. He kept the ball in front of him. If he could have got a little more lift and hit the cutoff man, might have been able to make a play, but but not a great throw from Irvin into his cutoff man.
Well, as you mentioned, you did do a good job of keeping the ball in front of you. We know he, made a kind of a misplay on that last one. The last thing you want to do is try to make a diving or an exciting play, and it gets past you, and he scores all the way around from first. Taj Porter into the box now, the lefty from Manville, Louisiana. Ball 1. O'Neal Bourgeois, the runner at first base. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside half. 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Neal Bourgeois, the runner at first base. Taj Porter trying to extend this lead here for the Jaguars. The pitch on the inside, it did take. It got Taj Porter.
Caught him on the knee, apparently,
I
according
mean,
to
and look
the
at the
umpire.
if you can see the I mean, he gave a really good description of where the ball hit the batter.
Good.
I mean, he got his leg up almost to his chest. My goodness, good job. And Coach James is going to have to come and talk about it.
You know, I don't know if Porter didn't seem to respond as if he got hit. I mean, I don't know. You get hit by a ball on that left knee,
it might hurt a little bit more than that.
I mean, you know, it doesn't take much for if I bump my left knee into a chair, but let alone have a 70-plus mile per hour ball coming at you.
Tremaine Spears steps into the box with a home run already. 1 for 1 on the day, 2 RBIs.
Got to believe Nwia giving his infielders a signal there. 1 out. Double play is in effect here. Good chance if they can get out of this inning.
Coach James telling his pitcher in the bullpen to kind of speed it up. He gave him the ring around there. Brandon Little getting into some trouble here. 2 runs already this inning as the Jaguars tied it up. Golden Lions got off to a good start, 4 runs in the first. Jaguars are screeching and screeching back into this contest as they have tied it up. That'll bring out head coach Carlos James. I think that'll do it for pitcher Brandon Little.
I think so as well. Given that slow walk by Coach James, might be time for a change.
4-4 your score here in the 2021 Lone Star Diamond Classic. When we return, we'll have the numbers on the new pitcher for you from the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. New pitcher on the mound, number 21, Bryce Roche, the senior from Beaverton, Oregon, the transfer from Clark College. He'll try to come in and get the Golden Lions out of this jam with runners at first and second, and Tremaine Spears in the box.
Bryce has made 4 appearances on the mound this year in 10 innings. He's given up 13 hits, surrendered 13 earned runs. Yowzer, ERA 11.70.
Here's the pitch, swung on, and great job there by the first base coach. I mean, the name of the game is baseball, but he plays acrobat on the side. I mean, he jumped over that baseball.
Good footwork, coach. Way to get out the way. Some guys in the dugout, and they're like, go ahead, coach, we got you. Good job.
No balls, 2 strikes to count. Kick fires, delivers. Swung on, right side, foul, out of play. Nice ballpark here at Dr. Pepper. It's kind of like the box systems are kind of like houses, little like, these gray houses, and you can kind of get the box. A lot of fans out here hanging out. It's like, you go to the nightclub and everybody's got a section. Here tonight, everybody got a box, man. Everybody's got their own box tonight. Here's a pitch on the outside. Ball gets away. Runner at third base. Going down to second now. He's going to be out.
So if you don't get one, you get the other.
Isaiah Adams makes it to third on the pass ball. O'Neal Burgos makes it to third base on the pass ball. And Taj Porter does not make it to second on the pass ball. So he's tagged out. 2 away here for the Golden Lions. Here's the pitch. And foul. So far, 2 runs here for the Jaguars. O'Neal Burgos on third base, the runner at third, Taj Porter. Caught stealing there. Tremaine Spears, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to break it open here for the Jags. A base knock can put the Jaguars in the lead. As they say, a base knock scores 1. Here's the pitch. Roche swung on. High fly ball. Right field. Timothy Martin gives chase. And not going to have room there as it kick fires and delivers all the way over there in the right. And really nice ballpark here. It's kind of like in the neighborhood. The apartments are kind of right there. You can kind of watch a game out in right field from, the apartments across the street, even in left center field as well.
And if you're lucky on a beautiful day, you might get to hang out in that lazy river. That's where I thought that ball was going.
Oh, is that a lazy river?
That's a lazy river over there over right field. Yes,
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Bring my trunks tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, we're at Embassy, right across the street. You can kind of get a good view in the ballpark from there if you got the right room.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you're in the probably the 8th, I would say about the 8th floor on up. Good sight lines here.
And it's kind of like down in the ravine, It's kind of like down under. Here's the pitch. A little high, full count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's kind of like down below field, below street level, which is a good thing, kind of maybe even, save some water, for the neighborhood. Here's the pitch. And that's going to hit the batter, Tremaine Spears. So 2 hit by pitches in a row here for the Southern Jaguars.
I was going to say, we saw Bryce last night, but we saw him coming in a relief batting spot for Casey Higgins last night. Struck out in 1 plate appearance.
Runners at first and third here for the Jaguars. Bryce Roche on the mound, stepping into the box. Xavier Moore, the junior from Shreveport, Louisiana. Here's the pitch. Strike on the inside half. Now, being from Shreveport, there's been, lingo that says you might be from Shreveport, you may be from Bossier. There's some Twin City actions there. Some good places to be. Grambling plays their football game there sometimes. We've got some Black College Classic there, TSU. Here's a runner. Ball is swung on left field to Claudio Irvin under it. Makes the play, and that'll do it there for the Golden Lions. Great job there to get out the jam for Bryce Roche. 2 runs there for the Jaguars as they tie this contest 4-4. We'll take a break. You're watching college baseball here, Black College Baseball, on the Black College Sports Network.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KeversVoice.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
I'm attorney Clinton Paris, and Tampa's my community. I grew up here, went to school here, and my wife and I make our home here. What makes Tampa special are its people.
New pitcher here for the Southern Jaguars, John Guinese, the senior from Louisiana, will take over duties for the Jaguars, Brian.
Well, John's been in he's had 4 plate appearances, actually has started 3 games this season, 14.2 innings pitched. He has an ERA of 6.14, 18 hits allowed, and 58 batters. So last appearance was actually against Rice.
Here's the ground ball swung on. Third baseman Xavier Moore across the diamond, 5-3 for scoring at home. Great job there, Xavier. Xavier had to bounce back. He had an error in that first inning. Or excuse me, in that last inning. That was the second inning. He had the error from Connor James. The ball will always find a way to come right back to you, won't it?
Yes, it will.
Timothy Martin steps into the box. Timothy on the day, 0 for 1. Flied out to the second baseman. As John gets a called strike there for the Jags to lead these things off. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, swung on, fly ball into the stands. Kids running for fly balls, foul balls. And I like it how the ladies kind of get out the way. They kind of, expect the men to help them out a little bit, Catch a fly ball. I like it. No balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, strike 3. And Timothy Martin strikes out on 3 pitches.
A little too eager on that one. He could have let that one go.
And you mentioned John Guinese, a starter. Good move there by Coach Chris Crenshaw. 4-4, even game, new ball game here. You bring in somebody who has experience, pitching with, a score tie.
Yeah, Guinese has gone, 4 and 6 innings in his first 3 appearances. And then, came in and got 2 outs against Rice back on the 21st. So
DeClaudio Irvin steps into the box. Swung on, fly ball, center field. Jalen Armstrong camps under it, and that'll end the inning for the Southern Jaguars. No runs, no hits, no errors. No man left on base. 3 up, 3 down. Let's take a listen in to head coach Carlos James and see what he had to say before this contest started.
Coach James, how's it going? Tough break last night for the Golden Lions. What are some of the things that you've done on the offensive side of the ball tonight to change up?
Well, it's good. Last night really wasn't a tough break. Got a lot of young guys. One thing I was proud of, we played consistent last night. Today, they throwing a lefty, so you'll see more right-handed hitters in the lineup today. More guys that's going to put the ball in play a little bit and try to spark some offense.
I see you changed it up defensively as well. You went with Martin, and then you came in with Leach and the local kid, Jar Parker.
Yeah.
What do you like about that kid?
Well, the good thing about getting Jar back, actually, he was in a COVID protocol.
Okay.
So we had him, and we had him, our number 1 starter, our number 2 starter, and some relievers, some closers that were in that protocol. So to get him back and move Leach back over to third, and having Connor, which is a freshman, and then they got another sophomore to his left, he calms that group down. So having Jar Parker back and then him playing in his own backyard is going to be huge for us today defensively.
How do you plan to hit these guys with the pitching today, Coach?
Well, we're gonna go with it. We got 3 guys that's going to go today, which usually they go on Friday. I mean, not Friday, but Sunday. Mm-hmm. But because our Friday starter and our Saturday starter was out, we pushed everybody back. So we'll start with Little. Then we got a kid named Bryce Resch. And then we got a lefty in the middle that we threw for 1 inning. Well, actually, he threw to 1 batter last night in Rocky King. So we got a strategy together, and then hopefully, they can take us to a victory.
Coach, what do you want to say about your ball club tonight?
Well, it's just again, a young group. You just want them to get some type of consistency and play clean baseball. And if they play clean baseball, win or lose, it'll eventually catch on, and we'll start winning games.
Coach, thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That was head coach Carlos James. I got a chance to talk to him before the contest started. And, Brian, he just mentioned, the baseball is a game of adjustments. You got to make some adjustments. You got to shift the lineup around here and there. And you saw that it kind of paid off there in the first inning.
Yeah, definitely some good adjustments being made. We've seen Coach James not be shy about making adjustments last night. And that's it's good to see. I mean, look, you have all these young men on your roster. And, you got to get guys into situations where they can be successful. And I think that's what all coaches, regardless of the sport, are trying to do, put players in positions where they can be successful and succeed to help the team win games or, just perform well.
Bubba Thompson leads off the top half of the 4th inning, shows bunt, pulls it right back. That'll bring the first baseman, Connor James, in on the grass, but he's going to take a swing. Left center field, gets through the gap. That'll be an automatic 2. Bubba Thompson rounding second. Here comes the throw to third. He is safe.
Good job by Bubba. Way to hang on there. And here comes Coach James. I think he's coming over to talk to.
Well, in the scorebook, it'll go down as a leadoff triple here for Bubba Thompson. As he slides into third base. Great job there by the left fielder and the center fielder getting to the baseball, getting it into the shortstop. Jar Parker with the throw over to third base. It was a really close play, and Coach James thought that he may have come off the bag and, got a late tag there.
Yeah, he's talking to the
they're going to talk about it. It's a good call there by James. I think that's worth the conversation. That's the one you challenge. This is where the umpires kind of get together, talk about, lunch tonight a little bit after we make the call,
It brings to mind a great commercial where you've got officials coming together and they're talking about their, are you going to make that call? And he said, man, I don't know, man. I've got him on my fantasy roster and, I need these points. It's
safe. And the umpire makes the call. They got together. So it stands in the scorebook as a leadoff triple for Bubba Thompson.
The only other umpire who would have probably seen that would have been the umpire from over at first, because the third base umpire who was behind the play,
right?
And if Coach James saw something, and if there's any displeasure, if I'm reading Coach James's signals right, he's any displeasure he has, it's signal over towards that first base umpire, who is the only one who would have seen and been in a good position to see, I guess, what Coach James thought he saw, which was maybe that Bubba Thompson came off the bag just a hair, and that tag was able to be applied.
Nevertheless, Coach James isn't happy about whatever is going on. He's actually got somebody going down in the bullpen. No outs here in the top half of the 4th. Fly ball swung going center field. Devon White can't get to it. That's going to be an RBI stand-up double for sure. He's stretching it out. Going 3. Here comes the next throw. Safe. 2 triples in a row here for the Southern Jaguars to start off the top half of the fourth.
Unbelievable. Consecutive triples. That ball is just finding its way past UAPB outfielders, in the most unfortunate spots, too.
An RBI triple there for William Nelson, the catcher. And the hometown faithful of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is cheering, watching the game back on the hill. That'll bring up Jalen Armstrong as the infield remains in on the grass. They'll stop the run at the plate as the Jaguars take the lead 5-4. You know, sometimes they say baseball is about hitting it where they ain't. And 2 times in a row, they just perfectly placed the ball. Here's the ground ball right back to the pitcher. Great job. Looks the runner back at third and throws out Jalen Armstrong 1-3 if you're scoring at home.
Bryce did a great job of checking the runner at third just to make sure, let him know, I see you. Don't even think about it.
Which is also what got Southern into trouble in that first inning on the PFP.
Yes, it did.
Isaiah Adams, the ground ball to the shortstop. Jar Parker throws it over to first base. Great job. 2 away here for the Golden Lions.
And you can see UAPB well coached. Shortstop did a great job. He, too, also did a good job. Jar Parker of just making sure that third baseman knew, hey, I'm going to take a quick glance before I go over to first. I'm not just going to throw it over there and not make you, not have you think about it for a second.
Jar Parker, the hometown product right here from Plano to, well, actually Frisco borders Plano. Roche gets it inside on the hands, misses, ball 1. Judah Wilbur steps into the box. Judah Wilbur 1 for 2 on the day. A run scored and a double in his last at bat. And that hits him. That's the 3rd hit batsman for the Golden Lions.
Second one by Bryce Roche.
Big situation here for the Jags. Runners at first and third. O'Neal Burgos here. Stepping into the box. 1 for 2 on the day. A single in his last at bat. And that'll bring out head coach Carlos James again. And he's looking down to the bullpen. He is going to move his right fielder. Or did he make the call into the bullpen?
Yeah, number 46 is coming out of the pen.
Well, we'll take a break. We'll send it back to the studios. Black College Baseball here on the Black College Sports Network. When we return, we'll have the numbers on your new pitcher. Southern Jaguars 5, the Golden Lions 4.
I'm returning to Clinton Parish, and Tampa's my community. I grew up here, went to school here, and my wife and I make our home here. What makes Tampa special are its people. So when I represent someone injured in my community, it's personal. Call my office and speak to a real lawyer and not some referral service. I will fight the insurance companies to get the settlement that you deserve. At the law office of Clinton Parish, we take the pain out of being heard.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts.